Hello students, how are you? Yesterday we have studied about types of plants and about the root system. Today we are going to study about other parts of a plant. So children, as I told you yesterday that the part of plant which remains below the ground is called root system. But the part of the plant which is above the soil, what it is called? It is called shoot system. If you see a plant in your garden or anywhere, what do you see? You see the part which is above the soil. Okay, so what do you see in that? You see there are many leaves, there are branches, okay, there are flower, birds, fruits. So above the plant, like if you see a tree, the tree is above the part of the tree that is above the soil is what? It is the shoot system, and it will be bearing many branches and many flowers, fruits, right? Children, so tree is able to stand straight. Why? As you know, we as a human being, we are also able to stand straight. Huh? Why? And we have a perfect body posture. Why? Because of bones. Okay, so bones provide support to us. In the same way, children, plants also, they get support from the stem. So stem is the main part of a plant which is above the soil, and it gives support to a plant to stand straight. It bears many branches, it bears many flowers, it bears bud, it bears fruit, right? So what is stem? Main part above the ground. You are seeing here, you can see stem bears branches, buds, leaf, flowers and roots. Like in this diagram, here you are seeing what are there above the ground: shoot system, flower, leaf, fruit, stem. Also bud are also there in shoot system. Now children, I told you that stem grows above the ground, but there are some stems which grow below the soil. Okay, so the example, they are called underground stem. So examples of underground stem are potato, onion, but most of the plants, they have stem above the ground. Now also you know that stems are of different types. Some are very small sized green soft tender stem, they are called herbs. Some are having bushy appearance, they are medium sized, they have thin woody stem, they are called shrubs. Some have very thick woody stem, this is called trunk, and these kind of plants are called trees. Then you know what are creepers. Creeper is also a type of plant which crawl over the ground. Then I already told you that climbers are the plants which climb. These are the different types of stems present in plants. Now let us come to different functions of stem. What functions do stem perform? Children, as I told you that stem gives support to a plant. So the main function of stem is it provides support to the plant. Next, children, you know that the roots absorb water and minerals from the soil. But how this water is transported to leaves? How this water is transported to other parts of a plant? It is done by stem. Stem carries water and minerals which is absorbed by root. It distributes it to different parts of a plant. So this is about water and minerals which are transported by stem. Also children, leaves prepare food. So how this food is distributed to all the parts of a plant? It is also distributed with the help of stem only. So children, stem helps in distribution of water, minerals and nutrients and food in the every part of a plant. Also there are few stems which store food like potato, onion, then sugarcane. Okay, these plants, they store food. So stem helps in transportation of water, minerals, food to different parts of a plant. You can prove it with the help of an activity, children. Take a beaker, put some water in the beaker and add some ink. You can use different colored ink like red, blue. Then take a plant branch which is bearing a white flower, okay, and dip that branch in that beaker. After few hours you will observe that the flower has become a particular color ink what you have put in the beaker, like you can see in this activity. Here you are seeing that different plants are of different colors. And why they become of different colors? Because they absorb water through the stem, and water is distributed to different parts of a plant. So that is all about stem. Now let us come to the next part of a shoot system. So what other parts are there? Stem is done. Then what is there? Leaf. So children, you have seen many types of leaves. They are of different shapes and size. Some are more dark, some are less dark, but all of them are green in color. So if I show you my palm, how is it looking? It's looking like flat, okay, and it is having lines in it. In the same way, leaves also have a flat structure and they also have small lines running through them, okay. So let me tell you what are the main parts of a leaf. Children, a leaf has four main parts like leaf blade, midrib, side vein and the stalk by which leaf is attached to the stem. Here you can see a diagram of a leaf. The flat part of the leaf is called leaf blade or leaf lamina. Then midrib. What is midrib? Through the middle of a leaf, a thin tube runs. Okay, a thin tube runs through the middle of leaf. It is called midrib. From midrib, many thin veins arises. These are called side veins. Also, there is petiole or stalk which helps a leaf to attach to stem. Children, who cooks food for you? Your mother. Okay, where does she prepare the foods? Where does she cook the food? She cooks food in the kitchen. So you have a particular place in your house where food is being prepared. In the same way, children, plants also have a particular part which prepares the food. And what is that part? That part is leaf. So in plants where food is prepared in leaf part of the plant. That's why we call leaf as kitchen of the plant. Also we can call leaf as food factory of the plant. Why? Because all the food is prepared in leaves and it is distributed to different parts of a plant. Also children, there are some tiny and small holes present on the lower surface of leaf. What is the function of these holes? Like we have nose. We have nose for what purpose? We have nose to breathe. In the same way, leaves also have small and tiny holes on their lower surface. Okay, we breathe with the help of our nose. In the same way, these holes help a plant to breathe. And what are they called? They are called stomata. So if I ask you what are stomata? Stomata are small tiny holes which are present on the lower surface of leaf. And stomata help a plant for exchange of gases. Okay. Now all the leaves are green in color, right? Why are they green in color? Because all the leaves, they contain a green colored pigment, and that pigment is called chlorophyll. So if I ask you where is chlorophyll present, you will say chlorophyll is present in leaves. Now let's come to the function of leaf. What is the function of leaf, children? First I told you they prepare food for the plant. Also they helps in exchange of gases. So which is used for exchange of gases? What things do leaf have for exchange of gases? Stomata. So leaves also help in exchange of gases through stomata. Then through stomata, children, excess water is also removed. Like plants, they continuously absorb water from the soil. So whatever excess water is there, whatever extra water is there, it is removed by the leaves, by the stomata. Here you can see one picture. There you can see stomata. Okay, the lower surface of leaf which are having small tiny holes which helps in exchange of gases are called stomata. Now here you can see small water droplets over leaf. So what it is showing? It is showing that leaves remove excess water. Let's take a quick recap of leaf. Leaf has four main parts: leaf blade, midrib, side vein and petiole or stalk. Leaf blade is the main flat part of the leaf. Midrib runs through the middle and it is tube-like. From midrib many side veins arises. And also a stalk by which leaf is attached to the stem. Leaf is called food factory of plants and it is also known as kitchen of the plant. Leaves contain chlorophyll. And leaves also have small tiny holes which are called stomata, which helps in exchange of gases. What are the function of leaf? It prepares food for the plant, it helps in exchange of gases and it removes extra water. Till now we have studied about root part, stem part and leaf part. Now let's come to next part of a plant. Children, if I ask you which is the most beautiful part of a plant? Yes, it is flower. Flower is the most beautiful part of a plant. And where does a flower grows? It grows on a stem. Children, you must have seen many different kinds of flowers. They have different colors like red, pink, yellow, orange, right? They are of different shapes and sizes, right? Can you name any red color flower? Yes, rose. Any pink color? Lotus. Yellow color? Sunflower. White color? Jasmine. So children, flowers are of different colors and different shapes and sizes. Lotus flower is of different shape. Rose flower is of different shape. Some are small, some are big in size. If you have seen flowers, you must have observed that it has a brightly colored part. So, the brightly colored part of a flower is called petals. And also you must have seen a small green part just below the petals. It is called sepal. Here you can see in this picture parts of a flower are given. What are these? These are petals and sepals. Petal is the colorful part of a flower and sepal is the green part that encloses the bud. It is called sepal. Other than that petal and sepal, some other parts also present in flower that you will study in higher classes. Right? Now let's come to function of a flower. What are the functions of a flower? Children, generally all the flowers they turn into fruits, right? So fruits are made from flowers. And the second one, some flowers they are eaten as food. Like, can you name any vegetable which is flower and eaten as vegetable? Yes, cauliflower. And the other one is broccoli. Now, also one more function you can say that plants look very pretty and attractive due to flowers. Also children, flowers have nectar. That nectar it is carried by insects. Right? It is the food for many insects. So there are various functions of the flower. If I revise, what is the most beautiful part of plant? Flower. It is of different shapes and sizes. The brightly colored part of a flower is called petal. And the green part of a flower that encloses bud is called sepal. What is the function of sepal? Function of sepal is to provide protection to the flower. Now, what are the functions of flower? Most of the flowers they turn into fruits. Sunflowers are used as food like cauliflower and broccoli. Also, flower make the plant look very attractive. Some flowers, they contain nectar, and they are used, that nectar is used as food for many insects. That is all about flower. Now let's come to next part of a plant, and that is fruit. Children, you must have eaten many kinds of fruits. Can you name few of them? Yes, mango, apple, pomegranate, papaya, oranges, grapes, bananas. So these are different kinds of fruit. So why should we eat fruit? We should eat fruit because fruit keep us healthy. They provide us vitamins and minerals. Right? So daily we should eat fruits. Now, as a part of a plant, how it grows, how a fruit grows. Children, a fruit grows from a flower. As I told you in flower, that a flower turns into a fruit. And inside fruit, what do you see? Like in case of mango, you see inside pulp is there, right? And also you can see a one big hard structure inside the mango. What is this? This is seed. In watermelon also red pulp is there inside the watermelon, but small black colored structures are also present. That are what? That are seeds. Also in guava, in apple, in pomegranate, you will see small structures. So what are these structures? These are seeds only. So children, fruit contains different kinds of seeds. Different fruit contain different kinds of seed, and these seeds differ in number and size. If you have eaten mango, mango contains one seed. What about papaya? Papaya contains many seeds, right? So children, different fruits, they have different number of seeds. Some fruits have single seed like mango, lychee, avocado, plum. Some fruits have few seeds like apple, pears. Some fruits, they have many seeds like pomegranate, papaya, watermelon. So different fruits contain different kinds of seeds and different number of seeds. Seeds differ in shape, size and number. Now you know that fruit developed from flower, it contains many seeds. What are the functions of fruit? Children, a fruit's main function is to protect the seeds which are present inside fruit. So, fruit protects seed. Also, most of the fruits, they are edible. Most of the plants have fruits which are edible, like mango, apple, oranges, banana, right? So, what are the functions? A fruit's main function is to protect the seed, and fruits of most of the plants are edible. Edible means they can be eaten. Let's come to next part of a plant, and that is seed. Where are seeds present? Seeds are present inside the fruits. Seeds are also different in shape, sizes and color. Like in mango, there is only single seed. Apple, few seed. Papaya, many seeds. Right? And they are of different colors. Like some are yellow colored seed, black colored seeds. Right? And some are small in size, some are big in size. So seeds are present inside the fruit and they differ in shape, size and color. Now what is the function of seed? Children, the main function of seed is that it gives rise to a new plant. Right? Most of the seeds, they form plants. Most of the plants are formed from seeds only. Also, many seeds are eaten as food. Like you eat rice, right? Rice is what? Rice is seed only. You eat corn. Have you? All of you have seen corn, right? So corn is also a seed. Gram, wheat. These all are what? These all are seeds which we eat as food. So what are the function of seed? Seeds give rise to a new plant and most of the seeds are eaten as food. They are divided into cereals and millets. Cereals and millets, what are those? Those you will study in higher classes. These are different types of seeds. Here you can see different types of seeds which are eaten as food. As you can see here, corn seeds are there, wheat seeds are there, and rice seeds. So children, till now we have studied about different types of plants, root system in plant, shoot system in plants. In shoot system we have studied stem, leaf, flower, fruit, seeds, right? And we have revised it also. Hope all of you will learn and revise these points and all the things from this chapter. In our next session, we will study about different uses of plants. Till then, children, bye and have a nice day. Thank you.